Hey, welcome. Andrew Fazek is the Night Sky Guy here. Welcome to my show. This is just an impromptu live stream sharing what we can see in the night sky this weekend on a special episode that is all about the moon and, of course, our favorite planet, Mars. Thanks so much for taking a few moments out of your weekend and joining me. Whether it's heading towards sunset, maybe it's the morning where you are, maybe it's in the middle of the day and you're hanging outside in your backyard and catching some of those sun rays and relaxing. I appreciate you spending a few moments of your time. I'm just here for a few minutes, giving you a heads up on something really cool this weekend. I've got my chat open here, by the way, and I can see all of you guys. Temba from South Africa. Teresa is sitting in my backyard in Minnesota, enjoying the day. I love that. That is what I plan to do here in Montreal, Canada. It's 21 degrees Celsius, beautiful and sunny. Spending a few hours before my local sunset to enjoy the day. Labor Day weekend for many of us in North America. Happy Labor Day to everybody. It's great to see everyone here. Fresno, Diego, Fresno. Oh my gosh, Diego, I used to live in Fresno, California. I liked living there. It was a lot of fun. Nice of you to join me, Diego. And Marlene from North Carolina, nice of you to join as well. I hope you're doing well. And all of you guys everywhere from Greece, from St. John, British Columbia, Alberta, Marcia in Alberta, nice of you to join us as well. We've got watchers from Poland as well. This is fantastic. So listen, guys, so this is what it's about. It's all about the moon being visible late night. Now, I'm going to switch over and I'm going to share here right off the bat. So this is the night sky. So as soon as darkness falls, this is what you're going to see. Now, it's going to be a little bit different depending on where you are around the world, where you're watching from. Obviously, we live on a round world, and because of that, the orientation of the sky will be slightly different from mine, or could be quite different if you're in the southern hemisphere. I'm located in the northern hemisphere at the 45-degree north latitude, which means I'm about halfway between the equator and the North Pole. So for me, this is the sky that I get to see. What you're seeing on my screen right now, projecting, is looking towards the south after darkness falls, and you will see this amazing double bright star. It's one of our favorites. If you've been on my show, you know that is Saturn and Jupiter. Jupiter is the brightest of the two. Very beautiful, bright white light. And next to it is this very distinct yellowish, slightly fainter star. That is Saturn. So that's going to greet you in the south when it gets dark. Definitely saw something very cool. And of course, we're going to be looking for the moon. And Lillian already says, saw the moon yesterday, was lovely. Sort of dense, but beautiful, definitely very beautiful. And so it wasn't quite the full moon, but if we look, and I move my sky a little bit over, and I'll move it to later at night, an hour. So this is getting closer to local midnight. What you'll notice is around 11 o'clock, very distinctly, the moon will be up, and it'll be very close to a distinctly orange-red star. This pairing is going to be really beautiful tonight. Highly recommend you go out and see this. This is what this live stream is about, really, is giving you a heads up of what this beautiful event is. So if we move closer to what this pairing looks like, I'll show it to you through binoculars. This is the view that you'd get through binoculars. You'll see the moon. It's not quite round anymore, right? We passed the full moon phase, and it is what we call in waning phase. It's a waning gibbous moon. So gibbous means you see a little bit more than half of the moon's disk, and waning means that, of course, it's getting smaller. The phases, it's on its way to going towards new moon, which will happen later next week. So along that way, right now it's called the waning gibbous moon. And right next door to it is going to be this beautiful orange-red star. And it's not a star. It's actually our neighboring world called Mars. And Mars has been a lot in the news lately, of course, because of the flotilla of spacecrafts that we have launched in late July. There was a launch of 3 different spacecrafts, one from the United Arab Emirates, launching a orbiter that will be going around Mars next year. China launching an orbiter, lander, and a rover that will be bouncing around on Mars, hopefully, next year as well. And then, of course, the United States launching their Perseverance rover with on board a drone helicopter called Ingenuity that is hitching a ride as well. Something we've never seen before is a helicopter on another world. So all of those missions are heading towards that orange star that you're seeing here on your screen. You can see it yourself. Marlene's already saying, I can't wait to see it tonight. Yes, I know. This is something very, very cool. To be able to see a neighboring world is very special. So, of course, Mars is also a great time to view for Mars right now. Why? Because Mars is heading what we call for opposition. Well, now, what does that mean? That astronomy jargon word opposition means that Mars is technically going to be opposite in the sky from where the sun is. So we'll have a beautiful lineup of Mars, Earth, and the sun. If we look at it magically from the orbit, I'll go zooming out of outside, and you'll see outside of the sun, there's Mars, as if we were very close to it, in orbit around it. And if we zoom out, you'll see, let me see if I can get an orbital track on this. Here we go. Zooming out. Let's zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. There we are. We're zooming out. And you will notice, keep zooming. I'm keeping zooming out. And you will notice there's the sun. There is the Earth. There we are. And as you can see, where we're heading is the sun, the Earth, and Mars will be in perfect alignment in the next few months. And so Mars is opposite is in the sky from where Earth is. You see the little blue dot in the middle there, and then you have the sun on the left, and then you have Mars on the right. So if we were magically above the solar system, this is what you would see. And these 3 worlds, I mean, the 2 worlds, Mars, Earth, and then the sun. So by October, these Earth and the moon, I mean, Earth and Mars, I should say, will be in perfect alignment. Sun, Earth, and Mars. And this will mean that Mars will rise in our skies in the east just after sunset. Sunset's in the west, right? So Mars will rise in the east, and we will be able to see it at its brightest and biggest in our planet, on our planet, anywhere. So let's see if I can zoom out here. There we go. So this is, again, a view with binoculars right now, tonight, Saturday night, September 5th. And then this is going to be something that's really beautiful, because if we look at Mars, how far away it is, check this out. So Mars is just under 4 light minutes away. It is 71 million kilometers from Earth. The red planet is. And if you have a telescope, it's a great time to start looking at Mars, because it looks like a little disk in a high power telescope. So if you use a high magnification, change out the eyepiece to a high magnification eyepiece, this is what will greet you through a telescope. It'll be a small disk, but you'll be able to start beginning to see details on the disk. As you can see, there's dark details and light details. So this is a view from a telescope. Remember, you need a telescope to see this. You could be in the city. You don't have to be in a dark area. You could be in a suburban backyard, even through a window, a bedroom window with a telescope. You'll be able to see little bits of detail of it. And yes, Sandy says Moon and Mars. Definitely, I know. This is something going to be very interesting. Highly recommend that you be able to watch it, at least with binoculars if you can. It'll show showcase something very interesting. So if you have low magnification, this is what Mars would look like. If you change out the eyepiece to a high magnification eyepiece, you may be able to get something a little bit closer to something like this. Now, if you get a view like this, what would you see? You see these dark markings and the light markings. So the dark markings are basically areas that are very rough terrain. The wind has blown off a lot of the dust. And so these are called the Highlands of Mars. Very interesting. And the lighter colorings are these valleys and large plains, like dust, sand dunes filled plains. And the color of Mars, remember, is because of its very iron oxide rich soil and dust, right? And sand, all of that surface of Mars is just filled with iron oxide. It's like the same thing that why rust appears orange red, right? Metal, when iron rusts away, you get that very distinctive color. That's the same thing going on chemistry on Mars. And when the sun shines on the surface of Mars, this is what you see. You see the color, the distinct color. And guess what? If I zoom out and I look at this from the point of view of binoculars like this, or how about just the naked eye like that you can see the color of Mars. Now, I mean, I can't I can't stress this more enough how interesting this is, how fascinating that you, with just your eyes, can actually see the color of this planet. So the sun shines on it and it reflects off of it, and it's because of this iron oxide rich soil that covers the entire planet, all that dust is filled with iron oxide. It's giving that distinct orange red color to this planet, and you can see that color with just your eyes. And you could be anywhere on this planet and look at this tonight. Something amazing. And just think that light from the reflected sunlight off the sand dunes of Mars takes just under 4 minutes to reach your eye. And next door, of course, we have the moon, right? The moon is going to be right there next to you as you're watching this pair in the sky. And guess what? The moon is just over 1 light seconds away. Means that the light from the reflecting off the surface of the moon tonight takes just over 1 second to reach your eye. Isn't that incredible? So I that is an amazing stuff. Teresa says, I saw the red of Mars earlier this week. It was awesome. It is. And Linda says, I'll probably use both my binocular and telescope to check this out. That's a great idea, Linda. This is the opportunity if you had trouble maybe finding where Mars is, or maybe you just forgot about it. You never even thought about it. Tonight, the moon acts as a great guidepost in finding this pair so easily. Lillian, I saw it shiny red last night next to the moon with no binoculars, and I'm near Toronto. Toronto is a huge city filled with light pollution. I'm sure Lillian knows that very well. But red Mars shines even through city lights. As long as you have a clear view towards the southern sky, late tonight, Saturday, September 5th, the moon will guide you to Mars. Now, remember, if you're watching this archive, maybe you're watching this on Sunday or Monday or Tuesday, later in the first week of September or second week of September, it's okay. Mars is still going to be there if you look towards the south at late night, and it's going to get better and better as we head towards October. Remember, that's opposition. That's when Mars will become the biggest and brightest in our skies. So over the course of September and well into October, we're going to see Mars get more beautiful in the views through binoculars and telescopes. And with the naked eye, it'll just knock your eyes out. It's so fantastically beautiful. So this is what will greet you. So it is absolutely beautiful. Here's Lisa. Lisa says, can't wait to see Mars and the moon tonight with our binoculars. It's so easy. You just need a regular pair of binoculars to start seeing some interesting, more pairing of these two worlds. Marlene says, thanks for sharing with us. You bet. That's what I'm here for, is help all of you guys enjoy the night sky. Go out and appreciate it. There's just so much out there, and we share the same sky. Remember that. No matter where you are in the world, we're seeing the same stuff. So it's awesome. So this is what you're seeing on Saturday night. So, but that's not all. That's not all. because the moon by Sunday night, so we're talking September 6th, by September 6th on Sunday evening, the moon will glide past Mars. It will draw farther away. It'll still be hanging around in the same part of the sky, but it'll be pairing up with another planet. And this one is quite a challenge. So let me just go back to and check this out. So, and before I move it, also, those of you guys that maybe, know your horoscope signs, Pisces. Moon and Mars is in the constellation Pisces, the fish. You can see them here. And a little bit of an extra bonus information, an observing challenge for the naked eye. See if you can see this group of stars that marks one of the fish, the heads of one of the fish Pisces. It's called the circlet. The circlet. And I'll talk more about it in the coming weeks, but check to see if you can see this beautiful circlet of stars that marks the head of one of the fish. Something very cool to see. As a bonus, the moon and Mars guides you tonight. So back to all the action. So like I said, this is Saturday night. Now, I'm going to magically move over to tomorrow night. This is Sunday, September 6th. Boom. So what you've got now is the moon has, if you notice, has drawn away from Mars and is now underneath another planet, a green ice giant called Uranus. Uranus is a very mysterious world, literally almost at the edge of our solar system, much farther away than Mars. Mars, like I said, was 71 million kilometers away, while Uranus is a whopping 2.8 billion, that's billion with a B, kilometers away from us. It's so far away that it takes 159 minutes for the light to reach your eye from Uranus. Now, to see Uranus is technically a naked eye planet, but it's at the verge of being too faint to see. So you need very dark skies. And because the moon is going to be there, definitely forget about being able to see it with the naked eye. You need binoculars to see Uranus. And how you find Uranus is using the moon on Sunday night. The moon will act as a wonderful guidepost. And just for those of you, again, who are interested in horoscopes, by the way, check this out. Aries, the ram, that is, Uranus is at the foot. Basically, the ram is putting its hoof down on smushing the ice green giant planet Uranus with its hoof. And so that is where Uranus is. And with a pair of binoculars, you'll definitely be able to scan the sky starting from the moon to its upper left, and you'll be able to see it in binoculars. This is about what you'll be able to see. See the span that I have this view here? I've got it. This is about equal to 7 degrees. And if you look at the upper right corner there, I've got my cursor there. My mouse is pointing. It says 7 degrees by 4 degrees. So 7 degrees wide. This is about as wide as a standard pair of binoculars. If you have a 7 by 50 pair of binoculars, this is the view that you would have if you looked a little bit towards the left of the moon. And so there you'll see a green Uranus, as you can see here flashing up here, Uranus with the text there. That little green dot really is green. It really does look green through binoculars and telescopes. And you're looking for a tiny, faint green disk. And the moon will help guide you. And imagine it's 2.8 billion kilometers away. That is where Uranus lies. So that's Sunday. And by Monday, the moon will bow out and be heading towards the morning skies. Will be visible in the early pre-dawn skies after midnight local time. Better. That's where it's heading, into the morning skies. So fantastic views, guys. This is what it's all about. This is something where I think turning into September, a lot of people go back to work and we're get a flurry of activities, but there's still so much stuff happening in the sky. We still have the summer sky for us in the northern hemisphere. It's still the winter sky for those of you that are in in the southern hemisphere. And there's still so much interesting things for this particular season where we are at to see. And Mars and the moon coming together Saturday night, coming together on Sunday night with the green giant, the ice giant Uranus. Fantastic. But with the naked eye, definitely tonight, September 5th, you've got to go out and view it. So this is a fantastic. Maggie, we've got more comments in the chat room coming in. Hello, watching from Portland, Oregon, but visiting here from Guam, where I usually watch from. Maggie, that's fantastic. What a different type of sky you must be experiencing. Conditions, weather conditions are so different from Guam, from Portland. I can imagine that. And that area has both of those areas are known for some beautiful skies. So you're very fortunate to be visiting that, definitely. Carlo, we have some beautiful stars and planets spotted in southern Africa. What can we look forward to in the next months? You'll have to stay tuned, Carlo, to my show every Monday. I have what's up in the sky for the next week. But I can tell you that we're heading into a season where there's a lot of deep sky activity. By deep sky, I mean things that we can watch outside of our solar system will be fantastic. If we are looking at things like galaxies, nebula. These are beautiful gas clouds where stars are born, where stars die. Star clusters, these accumulations of beautiful gemstones all huddled together in the night sky. Fantastic views for binoculars and telescopes as well. And of course, let's not forget Mars. So we'll be talking more about Mars and how to get the best views. So if you're planning on getting a telescope or binoculars, it's a great time to get them now heading into the next season, particularly a telescope. Fantastic if you can have one, or if you do have one already lying around, this is a great time because Mars is just going to be dominating the skies. Like I said, this is what the view is Sunday night. And here we go. Saturday night, that is where Mars is going to be next to the moon. Something you definitely want to see. Here's Betty, who's also in Southern Oregon, and due to the smoke from the California wildfires, Betty's saying that our moon has a pink hue to it. Very eerie. Indeed. So colorations of moons. Betty's bringing up a fantastic thing in that colorations of the moons do occur with pollution in our skies, the Earth's skies. So if there's a lot of particulate matter in the sky, in this case, it's smoke particulates, it will shade the sunset. You may have noticed that the sunsets and sunrises are more intense because of those forest fires. If you're located particularly on the west coast of North America, you will notice that even the moon, the full moon rising, will have a definite coloration, maybe even similar to when a lunar eclipse happens, a full lunar eclipse. That orangey blood red color could be imparted on the moon if there's enough particulate matter in the atmosphere. So Betty, thank you very much for bringing that up as well. Teresa from Villa Park, Illinois. Hi to you. Deborah, also watching from Alabama. This is something that is really impressive to see the moon colored. That is possible if you are living near where those forest fires, or even far away, if the smoke is being blown your way, you will see a definite color being imparted onto the disk of the moon. So that is something very cool. Denise says, I saw Mars last night in New Jersey. Why does it look like 3 planets? Well, it depends, because Mars can actually be paired with stars. And if you look at where Mars is currently in the sky, you'll see that if you look beside Mars, there are other bright stars in its vicinity. So if you've got good enough clear skies and moments of clarity, you'll be able to see Mars along with other star-like objects that it's paired with. So definitely there's interesting things to see. So that is what I wanted to bring up to you guys. I hope that was helpful. I hope I inspired you to go out and view the sky tonight, Saturday and Sunday. Don't forget, I have my regular show on Mondays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 1700 Universal Time. So you can do your for your own time zone, do that conversion. I am streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch now. So I welcome all of you on all those platforms. It'll be available and archive this show for the rest of the next few days. So if you catch it in Sunday or maybe on Monday, you'll know what we're talking about. And you can go out and see where the moon is and where Mars is. Remember, great pairing up now. Get yourselves out there late at night. It says that late at night, close to midnight, is when the moon will be rising above your local horizon, and you'll be able to see it. And it'll be fantastic. It's something you don't want to miss. If you have kids, bring them out and just understand and soak in what we're talking about. Mars being 4 light minutes away, the moon only 1 light second away, seeing the color of Mars, thinking that we're sending spacecrafts. We have rovers on the surface of Mars and orbiters snapping pictures around Mars. Those are all available, by the way, on the internet. So if you have kids, this is a great way to inspire them to do sky watching, to explore the planets. It's a great entry point into a gateway into appreciating science. And who knows, maybe there's the next person who will be on the young girl or boy who's watching tonight, the moon and Mars. Maybe will become the next astronaut who will set foot on the planet Mars, the red planet, which has fascinated people for thousands of years. And you can see why, because it's beautiful. And tonight, it will be impressive to see the moon and Mars together. So check that out. If you guys are interested, please, and you like this video, please do hit that like button. Please do share this video with your friends and family so that more people get inspired by the night sky. That's what I'm here for, is to inspire people, to get people outside and looking up and seeing the heavens and the nature that we're all part of. And if you like this video too, make sure you also subscribe to my channels and follow me on Facebook as well. And I'll be here on Monday. So I hope I'll be reading through your comments. I'll be putting up sky charts about what I've talked about here tonight, so you can have your own observing challenge and going outside and looking for these. So I love to hear from you, what your guys are saying. Diego, Lillian, Cirillo, John, Graciela, thank you so much for joining me. All of you guys, I hope you stay safe and healthy, of course, under these challenging times. And I'm going to be right here on Monday again. Until next time, big love to all of you. And I hope you stay safe and healthy. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye and clear skies.